What it do is Shobeezy, the Shoboat, and there's always drama over at No Jumper. So there's a couple topics I'm gonna touch on, and first we gotta talk about Adam kicking the GD out the door. So by now you've probably heard about Adam22's beef with Rooga from Chicago, where in a nutshell, one of Rooga's homies said some disrespectful things to Adam in the DMs. In defense, Adam then replied to him with a King Von lyric dissing their GD homie that got a headshot. And Rooga decided to use his interview on No Jumper to threaten Adam about that situation. So after this altercation went viral, Adam22 responded to Rooga by saying, if you can't communicate with words, you need to keep your ass in the streets and stay far away from podcast world. All that tough talk is old school. We ain't worried about all that. You gotta do something. Nobody wanna hear a speech about how tough you're capable of being. Then he broke down the situation.
I see a lot of people kind of confused about what happened in that Rooga clip. What happened is, he told Remo that he wanted to come on the podcast, right? And then when he showed up, he felt like he was going to be able to just sort of like tell me about, a bunch of different stuff. And he was wrong. He was like blatantly lying. So instead, I told him what was actually going on. And he didn't like me telling him that I didn't agree with his narratives that he was trying to get off. So he tried to challenge me to a fight, which is weird because I thought that he had just been asking to come on a podcast. So he was having a really hard time using his words. And as a result, he challenged me to a fight. And I let him know that, in fact, I have, a gun. I have a security guard. I don't need to take part in your shenanigans, your little weird clout shenanigans. You showed up here. You want to get some points, whatever. And so he had to go and sit in the car like a little kid.
So the craziest thing about this to me is that after Rooga got kicked out, his homies didn't even leave with him. They stayed and completed the interview, which is wild. So obviously they're not moving as a team, or they just thought his actions were so out of pocket that they didn't want to stand on it with him.
That's what happened. No, I don't have anything against Rooga. He's an all right guy. He's cool. His problem is that he's just not exactly great with his words. So he's got to go around challenging people to fight and stuff. But then the problem on top of that is that he doesn't exactly have the reputation that it would require in order for everybody to be scared of him. So he's kind of in a weird place where he's kind of in between smart guy and tough guy. And as a result, he goes on podcasts and challenges people to fight. And then he has like real street beef with people. And he just like sends them paragraphs. Like a couple of different people sent me like DMs that he sent them when they were in beef with him, which proves that when it comes to the real tough guys, he's not trying to fight. When it comes to the podcasters, he want to fight. I'm glad that most of the internet can tell that this is just host shit. But he's trying. He's trying.
So what I do want to point out with this whole Rooga situation is that it looks like pure theatrics or emotions, because after this huge viral moment, he just kind of tucked his tail and went silent. At the end of the day, this is the music business. And when something this big goes down, especially for a lesser known artist like him, you should be taking full advantage of it. Drop a new song, music video, album, something to capitalize off of all the extra eyes and ears that's on you. So if you're in music or entertainment, this is a classic example of what not to do. And burning a bridge to a platform as big as No Jumper that covers Chicago rappers heavily is just crazy. Unless you want to be like King Yella, who DJU called out. And if you don't know who he is, DJU has a Chicago-based hip-hop media platform. And he said, these Chicago rappers swear they hate Adam22, but every time I look up, they sitting across from him getting their ass treated. And then King Yella went in the comments and said, put a name on it. And DJU responded to him saying, King Yella in all caps. I'm telling you, hella embarrassing, bruh. But what do y'all think about all this Rooga situation? Did he make the right move to get a viral moment? Or was the crash out with no benefits a fumble? Let me know in the comments. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Shobeezy, I'm out.